that was a tiny little song. And yeah, you can loop the vocals. I haven't done it right now because of the shortage of time. But yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mukul. We are open to questions now. So if someone has any questions, please feel free to write them in the comment section. We have a question from Priyansh already. What are the things which we need to notice to find out whether the EQ we have done is right or wrong?
Okay, so when you're listening to the EQ, for example, if you want to select and listen to just one track, you press the S button, that's a solo. Now I've added a random EQ right now, or have I? I think I did, right? So whatever is on this, you can just listen to it first. While it's going on, just listen to what the EQ is doing. I'm not on the right track, sorry about that. You can just, you see what it's doing? Now it's gone. Now basically, you want to keep it at a point where you think the tone is ideal to you. Or what I do is you can just select increase and whatever suits you. Doesn't matter if it's acoustic or whatever, guitar suit. That sounds good, right? So this is basically what you want it to sound like. You want it to sound heavy, you want it to sound light, you want it to just be mids, you want it to just be highs. It's completely dependent on you, but what you want to do is roll off the lows, because that just adds unnecessary bulk to your track. So whatever tracks you have, you roll off the lows, you cut the lows a little bit so it doesn't sound jarring in your head.
Okay, Priyansh, I guess that answered your question. And yes, mostly as he said, what's good to hear, but cut off the lows. There's another question. Actually, we'd love to see everybody's faces now as well, if you're comfortable. But the next
That'd be
question is,
nice.
any tips for beginners who want to start using DAWs?
Tips, I would say. So basically, I'll tell you, when I started using DAWs, I did not know anything. I started on a DAW called Audacity, which was free for Windows, and it was okay to start out,
Shall I
but
answer this?
yeah, go for it.
So basically, it depends upon number one, the machine you're using. So whether you're using Windows or you're using Mac. If you're using Mac, you get GarageBand for free, and I think that is a very good point to start
Yeah,
off. Because GarageBand is very basic. Even with the like things you've seen in Logic right now, it works similarly. So you can just start experimenting, and you will find a lot of videos on YouTube to answer any of your questions. And same goes for Windows. As he said, Audacity is one of the softwares I think most of the people start using, because other softwares, when you go advanced, are more they get more
trickier.
professional, they get more sophisticated. So
Yeah.
both Mukul and I, we record our scratches, we record our demos in Logic. And personally, I think this is a very comprehensive software. It is definitely paid, but it's not that expensive, number one. Number two, it has a lot of inbuilt software programs, like the software instruments, and you can always upload more libraries if you feel like investing in it. It's still very
Yeah,
basic, so unless you're going into the studio and working with an engineer, if you're doing the DIY setup, I think Logic beats it all.
it does.
The
Yeah,
next
because
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
sorry. No, the amount of instruments you have in Logic, like the presets already, the keyboard patches, the drums, the drummer, you usually don't get that in most of the DAWs. So if you want to start off with something, I think Logic is a very good option, because you basically have everything you need to get a song from scratch to 100% right on one software.
The next question, Mukul, is, so you tweak the already made preset to your liking mostly. Is that fine?
Absolutely. So for example, the preset of fingerstyle bass. Now, this is pretty much given by them, but if you go and adjust it, you get all these funky little options which scare you, but you shouldn't be scared of them, even if you don't know what they mean. Look at that. Okay, so you just want to listen to it. Let's put it on solo and just play it. So it sounds like a very mechanical bass right now. So it's got a lot of stuff going on. This is fine tuning. This is filter. You want to add a little drive to it, some distortion. You want, and this is the amp settings. So and you can pan it from here as well. But what I usually do is go to the channel strip and play with these guys. So there's a pedal board here, which is really cool. You can use it. You can add fuzz. You can add basically all these things. You can add chorus. You can add a phaser. You can add whatever and treat it like a real bass guitar and make it sound whatever you want it to sound like. It really doesn't matter as long as it sounds fine. It's all, again, it's all about your perspective and your vision of the song.
It's basically most of the presets which come, they come from a specific song or a mindset when these people are actually making it, or what is mostly used in the current scenario. And I know people who actually make such presets as well. So they give you a standard structure to work with, and then it's on you how you want it to sound. What are the songs which are you are using for your reference, and then tweak them accordingly. Pratik, I see your other question. And for anyone else, if you have more questions, we have 3 minutes. So I will give a short message for everyone who would like want to leave. If you have more questions, we will restart the meeting again. But thank you so much for everyone who has joined. I will, if you do not know me, my name is Janvi and I am the director and founder of Crescendo Institute of Music. We are just doing these workshops to help people like you who are actually interested in making music. So if we have 2 more workshops, we will be adding a third for the last week of July as well. It would be great if you just let us know. We will of course reach out to you because we have your email IDs and everything. So stay tuned. And if you would like to attend the other workshops, we would love to have you. Again, they're free of cost. We are also doing a lot more things which are going to come up in the consecutive months. We have a lot of ideas. We're trying to build a community so that we can help all the musicians come together. And of course, we're a music school, so we teach. So if anyone wants to enroll, please feel free to reach out to me and I can help you in the right direction. All our faculty members are they have an international degree in music. So as Mukul is in Australia pursuing his master's right now, I have my associate degree from Musicians Institute in LA. Our piano teacher who's going to be taking the workshop next Saturday, he is a graduate from Humber College in Canada. Our percussion teacher and our another guitar teacher, Aditya, they are also from MI in LA. And we are still going to add a bass faculty, but these are the instruments we currently teach apart from our other subjects. So if someone is interested, please feel free to reach out. This meeting is almost over. So thank you so much for joining. I will be sending a feedback link to all the attendees. So it would be great if you can just give us a feedback so that we can improve. If you still have questions and you would like to continue, I will restart the meeting for another 15 minutes. So please feel free to join. I'm sure there would be a lot of interesting questions from you all, which everyone can use. So yeah, I will see you in a few seconds, I suppose.